It's 2:30 in College Park, Terps bring the noise. Black shirts ready, no room for poise. Rayola in the pocket, handles rushing heat. Old lines testing, Maryland's front is elite. Stuart Mathis crashed, the edge is fast. Malik Washington's routes hit you like a blast. Nebraska's counters pull schemes, quick passes. If the line holds firm, they'll crack their masses. Can the corn Huskers protect Rayola's dome? If sacks pile up, dreams will roam. Special teams matter, block returns, field goals tight. Rules hoping kickers and punt units fight. Say if you feel the pride when Big Red rise tonight. We stand tall, we rise above. Maryland knock, we bring the show. All the hits, all the drive. We're corn Huskers, we survive. All the push, all the might. At 2:30 we ignite that night, that night, that night, that night.
Glory Podcast. Hunter Zarbernicki, Austin Rose, Dakota Freitag, recording Wednesday afternoon as I am heading out early tomorrow morning to the DC area, to the Maryland game. So expect a Husker loss.
We're expecting the L. Are you doing any sightseeing while you're there?
We will be.
Is this your first time to the DC area?
No, went when I was a kid.
Okay.
Young kid, not the 8th grade DC trip that a lot of people go on. It was my aunt and uncle's wedding, who both still live out there. When I was probably, I don't even know, 8, maybe 10. I don't know.
Old
Something
enough to
like
remember,
that,
but
so.
not old enough to appreciate.
Uh-huh.
So how far is College Park from DC?
It's all right there. I think it's all within an hour, 45 minutes. I mean, I would say College Park's a suburb, as we would call it, of DC. You know, East Coast people probably would say, no, it's a separate town. It's its own. Yeah, well, it's a suburb to us Nebraska people out here.
Not just Maryland fans everywhere in DC.
I'm not expecting that by any means. Not expecting a bunch. We got a little bit of a special addition here at the end of the podcast. We're going to clip in Dak and his brother Connor as they're heading down to the Red River shootout in Texas at the Texas State Fair. Dak, a former Oklahoma fan, and Connor, a claimed Texas fan. Although, if you don't know the Freitags, their brains work very uniquely and very similarly. So the podcast goes in a bunch of different places. So be prepared for that. There's a lot of Nebraska talk in there as well. So you can give that a listen here at the end. Dak, are you ready for your big trip?
I'm ready. I've been begging and pleading to go to this game. My brother doesn't want to go anymore now, which I know why he doesn't want to go. He says, "Oh, it's too expensive." I know why he doesn't want to go because Texas sucks.
Watch Texas get killed by
that's why he doesn't want to go. So now he doesn't want to go miraculously because they lost to Florida. So all day I've been begging and pleading. Honestly, if it comes down to it, I'll go solo. Like I don't care about going to the game.
Will you?
Yeah, I actually will. Yep.
How much are tickets right now?
Yeah, is he forfeiting his ticket?
No, we haven't bought them yet. We've been waiting. They're $275.
He
says $200 is his max. I'll pay this. You know what, Connor? You're enlisted tomorrow. I'll pay $75 for you. I'll tell you tonight that too.
Wow. What happens if you get down there and the prices don't drop?
I think right now is the time to buy it because the news keeps coming out more and more that Mateer's going to play. So I think the tickets are going to go up from here, but we'll see.
Here's what's wild, Dak. It is his bachelor party. He's getting married. Normally, the best man, the brother of the groom, usually, pays for things for their brother or for the groom on a bachelor party.
You know what? Maybe I'll just buy the full ticket.
That's what a good best man would do.
That's going to happen. I'm going to have a few drinks with me Friday night. I'm just going to end up buying his ticket. That's what's going to happen. we all know the story here.
Yeah, I have no insight on that game. I think Texas is favored by 1 right now.
No, now it's Oklahoma by 1.5. So it's leaning towards Mateer's going to play.
But is that a good thing?
Yes.
If he's coming off a broken hand from 2 weeks ago.
And Texas is going to be dirty as shit. Like it's going to be, they're going to play so dirty. And the scary
Don't
part
care.
is about this. The scary part about this game is it's a rivalry game. It does not matter how good these teams are. And I'm not saying Texas is awful. I don't know. My brother thinks they are, but I
They beat
think
Nebraska.
you think they would?
Yes.
I do not.
Okay.
I
Anyways,
Are you done? Are you done blabbering about Texas, Oklahoma?
Yep, I'm done.
Okay, thank you.
That's enough talk.
Appreciate it. Nebraska, Maryland.
Terps.
I think this game is getting a little bit overlooked just from a general conversation standpoint. It's a big game.
Yeah.
I think Nebraska wins against Michigan State in the way that they did, and things feel okay again. This is our first road game for this team, and that usually true road game. Cincinnati was the farthest thing from a road game. I also don't know what kind of atmosphere we're going to get at Maryland. It is going to be a road game. I don't have a good feel for anything about Maryland, their stadium, their location, even how their
How many times has
going.
Nebraska played at Maryland? I didn't look this up.
I don't know. It can't be that many. And if any yet.
I feel like once in the Big Ten.
Since they've joined them, yeah, maybe once. I think I do remember us playing there a few years ago and maybe winning. But
we played there a few years ago where we won with Mickey Joseph, right? Was that there when we were like
could have been that game? Yeah,
13-11 or something. We won on a field goal.
So I'm not sure what the crowd or the atmosphere is going to be like. It will be hard to tell from a just like pure color standpoint on the television and at the game because Maryland is also red. But I anticipate there being a lot of Husker fans here, as normal on a road game. So it is a road game. I wouldn't say it's the scariest road game, but at the same time, I just don't know a lot about Maryland and football, I guess, in general, what it's like in the DC area. So I don't know what to think there as far as the challenge that it's going to face or pose for us on the road.
I feel like there's going to be a good amount of Nebraska fans because I just don't think there's a lot of opportunities because there is a fair amount of Nebraska fans on the East Coast just from the 90s and then natives who have moved out there. And there's just not a lot of opportunities to witness Nebraska anything when it's kind of like the Rutgers game for volleyball. It was definitely a home game. It was a Rutgers crowd, and that's because it was Nebraska fans that were just excited to go watch Nebraska something. The fact that you're going to this game makes me more worried about the game. I was already.
I'm off my streak. We got the Cincinnati win.
What? Yeah, it was a road game. I don't know. I don't know anything about Maryland, to be honest. I know I've done the research on this team and I've watched a few. I should say maybe a couple quarters of Big Ten play this year, just from happenstance. But Maryland is not a team I care about in any manner. And am I excited to play Maryland? No, but it'll be a good game.
So the first question I got is, you're kind of Cincinnati's road game, Hunter. Cincinnati game.
I count anything away from Memorial Stadium to my record. Yes.
Okay, so if Nebraska wins at Maryland, is the curse over?
You could argue the curse is already over.
Oh,
because of the Cincinnati game.
Could be.
That all of the neutral site Big 12 championship type of games I've counted towards my 2 and now 3-16 record. So we're climbing. We're climbing back.
Hey, it'd be at 25%. They win this. I feel like you can say this every single year about Maryland after 5 games. They will be 4-1. Now, is that because they always have an easy non-conference? Yes. But I don't get it with Maryland. They always start out this hot and just fall off the map. Like they struggle to make a bowl game after 4-1. And I don't know what it is. I listened to a Daily Terps pod or whatever on the way here, which that guy, if you're gonna fall asleep, listen to him. It might have been because it was about when they lost after Washington, and he was just all over the team. Like apparently this coach sucks for Maryland by. Sound like he was kind of ready to get rid of the coach too. So I don't know. And
he is the 4th longest tenured Big Ten coach, something like that, tied for 4th.
Yeah, I mean,
for a long time.
If you're a Maryland fan, you got to be happy with where they're at right now. Like this, yeah, they've been 4-1 from in the years past, coming in like after 5 games. I feel like this is a different team though. Like I don't know. I feel like Maryland's actually pretty damn good.
So that's what's weird about the whole thing is I still feel like it's the same Maryland team that they have been in the past several years. And I know, Dak, you said that this week about Maryland, and some people have the take that Maryland's a good team, and other people are just like, no, it's just Maryland. They haven't played anybody this year at all.
Their toughest opponent was Washington, and they lost.
But they were up 20-0, so people are like, maybe they're better. They still have a true freshman at quarterback, which we'll get to here in a little bit. They beat in the past some of these better teams, but this year's non-conference, they haven't played anybody. So I don't know what to think yet, truly, because it's hard to look at opponents. And you know what? Maryland's probably looking at us a little bit and saying a little bit of the same thing. Yes, we played Michigan and Cincinnati, who's looking better now. It's just still so early to tell in a 12-game season where a team like Maryland actually sits. So I think the line is about what I thought it would be. It's at 6.5 now. It's fluttered a point or two up and down. I think that's about what I thought it would be. And coming into the year, that's probably about what I thought it would be too. Maryland is Maryland. That you mentioned Mike Loxley. There's talk before the year that he could be fired coming into this game, or close to it on the hot seat, just because of the way Maryland's gone the past few years. It's the same old Maryland. Some people do also like him as a coach a lot too. So again, they don't feel like a Big Ten team. That's maybe why we're a little bit all over the board on them, because no one knows a whole lot about them. But it feels like a team that we should be better than, and which is why we're favored by a touchdown on the road, even though it's our first road game. It just feels like a game that we should win. Now, we obviously know that just because we should win a game doesn't mean we win the game.
The line has moved, according to ESPN, to 5.5.
Okay.
So
we're fluttered. We're fluttering points there. I anticipate we'll be favored by something around that.
And as far as I can tell, I think we've only played Maryland 3 times. And they've all been in the last 10 years. And we won 2 of the 3. One of them we won by 47. One we lost. And the one that we lost by 3. And that was the year that Mickey Joseph lost that game, 2023. Right? So, you're right. It's an East school. It's also weird because you don't meet a ton of Maryland fans out there. I work with one Maryland fan. It's the only Maryland fan I know.
I can't say I know one.
I can't name another one. No,
Jack, what are you looking for in this game? What's some key matchups, key things you're going to be watching for Saturday? Well, you won't be watching specifically because you'll be having fun on your own, but
I'll be watching it Sunday. So Sunday when I watch this, what I'm going to be looking for. So there's one really great part for Nebraska, and there is a just horrendous part for Nebraska. Maryland loves to pass the ball. That is why they give that 20-0 leads, because they refuse to run the ball. That's how bad their running game is. They will not even try to run the ball. Their quarterback can move a little bit, which is a little scary, I guess. They don't really do design runs unless on the goal line, is what I heard. But he can move around in the pocket a little bit and scramble. Now, the worst part for Nebraska is they have 19 sacks on the season. Yep. That is scary because the tackle position is horrendous for Nebraska. So I don't know which one is better or worse for Nebraska? Is the secondary that much better than the tackles are worse?
So let's start with Maryland's offense here, and specifically their passing game. So Malik Washington's their true freshman quarterback, and you nailed it. He's not mobile, but he's elusive, maybe is the right way of putting it, in the pocket. It sounds like he's a real deal. I haven't watched him. I watched just a couple of highlights, like you said, Austin, but I don't know a whole lot. They have some talented receivers on the outside, Jaleel Farouk and Shalik Knotts. Dorian Fleming's their tight end, some of his favorite targets there. Like, it's a passing offense. I think that's good for Nebraska because our secondary is strong. I want someone to really stress our secondary and see what they're made of, right? And if our secondary continues to hold up, it's a lot of good things. But we really haven't been tested a whole lot, and maybe that's because people just assume that we're very strong up front, or they assume the other and think that we're weak up front and strong in the backfield, so they attack us running the ball. Maryland so far has not shown they want to do that. I anticipate them trying to do that more, considering that's the weak point of our defense. But I think our front seven showed significant signs of progress against Michigan State. I think I heard we had 20 hurries or pressures on the quarterback, on Aiden Childs last week, and that was a season high for this group. So I'm curious how Maryland will try to attack us. I anticipate a very much of an air raid. But I want to see if our secondary, I want to see us get challenged a little bit. And if it happens to result in a couple of big plays for Maryland, I think that's good learning lessons as long as we still win. Because I do think we're going to still see some better teams, well, maybe down the rest of our schedule. So, yeah, I agree. That's a big thing to watch, big thing to key in on, is how Maryland's passing game will do against our strong secondary, which by a lot of the stats, which we know to put those in asterisks a little bit, but the number one pass defense in the country right now.
Yeah, but by now, couldn't you? I mean, we're 5 games in. Like, you got to start believing the stats by now.
No, not when 2 of them are against high school teams.
I don't know.
A couple more games.
I think it's fair to say that we're good. Will I go out and say we're the best pass defense in the country? I'm not going to go that far.
No, I'm not saying best, but like top 10. I would say probably top 10.
It's proven that it's a strength of our team, if not the strength. Like it has, and the stats are backing that up. Even though some games might not be against the best opponents, but yeah.
So they're only Maryland. So if we stick to the offensive stuff of what we're looking at, or our defense against their offense, they're putting up 30 points a game. But like you said, they haven't played anyone. But they're only averaging 1 rushing touchdown a game. So that means they're averaging, between 3 and 4 passing touchdowns. So you're not. Is it a product of that's what they do better, or is it, that's who they've played? I don't know. I'm not super worried about their offense. I'm worried about their defense, which statistically I think seems more significant. But again, they haven't played anyone. Their strength of schedule is 112th out of 136.
So they really haven't played anybody.
Yeah, they have not played anyone. So I would like to see our passing defense get stressed, but I really don't, because that means that there's something else. Maybe I do. Maybe that we've forced them up front to pass the ball, and now our defense has to work. But I'd rather have it stay all up front and keep their passing game.
Yeah, it is going to be interesting, the counter and then the counter to the counter. Who's gonna adjust, right? Like, are we going to put extra guys in the secondary, even though we haven't really shown that we need to? Which
Malcolm Hartzog will be back this game. He didn't play last game, correct?
Correct. So that might open up more things up front for Maryland, which is our weak spot, which we've been saying, like, keep adding people to the box because our secondary is fine. It'll just be interesting to see what counters or what going into the game both teams think of the other team's unit on that side of the ball. On our offensive side of the ball, they got some athletes on the line again. I don't think they're Michigan though. I've heard they're talented and they you're right, Austin. Their defense is probably their strong suit. Again, looking at the stats and numbers, it looks like they're probably better defensively than most people think they probably are. But at the same time, I don't think they're the athlete for athlete that we saw against Michigan. I would say they're probably comparable to Michigan State, probably comparable to Cincinnati. I don't think they have a godfather at D tackle, but they're going to be able to get pressure, assuming our offensive line is what it has been this year so far. And I do think, yes, there's probably some things schematically and personnel wise that you can change, but it sounds like we're kind of sticking now to the tackles where they landed this last week. And was everything fixed? No, I just don't know how great we are up front. And by seeing that, the question is, how is Dana in this offense and Dylan, and how are we going to scheme around that, continue to scheme around that now that we've kind of the writing's on the wall a little bit, not saying we can't get better, but that's going to be a big thing to watch is can our offensive line see a little bit of progress against a team that's got some athletes there on the defensive line.
I mean, it looks like their linebackers are kind of their strength, so it is up front, but again, they have 19 sacks. But just to
I believe they lead the Big Ten. I think I heard that in sacks.
Big Ten in sacks, and then their points per game, I believe they're like fourth or something because they only give up 10 points a game, something like that.
I
But
thought
they played Florida Atlantic, Northern Illinois, Towson, I don't even know how to pronounce it, and Wisconsin, and then Washington. So, yeah, if we played those first four opponents, we might have. I mean, I don't even know how many sacks we have. I guess we have the 10. We played two cupcakes.
I thought, which else looks up, Austin. I think I read that Nebraska and Maryland are giving the same exact amount of points, 16.2 a game on defense. That's what I thought. But
They're definitely not giving up 16.2 for deep. Well, maybe they are with Washington in there.
well,
Maybe
I just
looking at last week's.
like you said, I just don't know. It's so hard to read Maryland. I don't know how much faith you can put in those 19 sacks. Like when you're playing nobody, how can you say that their defense is this good? Now, I'm going to go out on a limb and agree with you that they're not better than Michigan, but maybe they are. Who knows?
Well, that's why I'm not a big, especially early on. Like I'll look at it late in the year. I'm just not a big like comparing numbers and rankings. It doesn't tell me a whole lot. I mean, Dak, I don't know. I just think this Maryland team, and maybe I'm not trying to say Nebraska is really good. I just don't know that Maryland is that much better than any other Maryland team. And I mean, I think I just think they're very comparable to Michigan State. Now, do I think that means we're going to win? No, I don't know. I don't think we've proven to be above that tier yet. We're getting there. A win against Michigan State helps. And the way that game went doesn't really help because at times we look like the worst team in the Big Ten, but bottom line was we won. So this is another one of those that I really don't care how it looks. I don't. We just need to start chalking up wins against a team that I think we're better than. And if things are moving the way we want to with Rule, we should win a game like this. We should. If we don't, I'm sure we will find everything that was a problem with it. But I don't think the things that are going to be problems are going to be things that we don't know are problems already. If that makes sense. I don't think Dylan Raiola is going to go out and throw 4 interceptions or 3 or 4 interceptions and lose us the game. I don't think that's going to happen. Because I think Dylan is probably going to with the ball.
Yep, I think we're probably going to have 3 sacks. Give up 3 sacks, 3 to 4 sacks. Because that's just what we do. But
I don't expect our special teams to go out this year and have
fumble it.
3 or 4 mistakes that cost us the game. That's not what I think is going to lose us this game. If it does, we're going to be talking a whole nother language come Monday morning. So I think it's going to be the stuff that we've mentioned, the concern, the area concern, the offensive line, the
Big
the
plays.
stopping their run on a team that hasn't been able to run the ball. Look, guess what? Maryland had their best rushing game because our front seven isn't. I think that's how they're going to beat us if they're going to beat us.
Yeah.
I don't anticipate them to throw for 400 yards on us. Now, if the game script goes where we're ahead the whole game, maybe that will get close to that number. But like I just think that we're not going to be surprised if we lose this game because I think everybody kind of sees where our flaws are. The question is Maryland good enough to capitalize on that and beat us? That's a lot of faith I just put in.
Yeah, that was
Dylan. I mean,
that was a pretty pro Husker win take there, Hunter. That was a it's our game to lose mentality right there.
I think someone's pretty.
I'll tell
pretty
you
low
what,
on Maryland.
Mike Eckler has been a guy that I've rode with it so far, and it has proven to be a good call. And so I'm a little bit juiced up about that. And I think special teams again it can be a difference in the game as we've seen in a lot of Big Ten games for the good and the bad now. Like,
I mean, Iowa made a living off of special teams,
and they still do, right?
Yeah.
Like as we've seen more bad, right? But we finally saw a good, which I don't know if you guys saw the was it PFF or some metric on Twitter that had Michigan State special teams like 35 points higher than ours, and someone just said, someone explained that to me.
Again,
it was just looking at the game.
Again, crock of shit. All those numbers, I don't believe a thing of. I don't believe those grades cannot be real. I don't know who does those. All I'm saying for this game is Husker fans, if they get down 14-0, which 14 plus points early, which you're in a new pair of shorts in the stands, Hunter, if this happens. Don't worry, because Maryland, I think, has completely just gave up on the run game. Like they will let Nebraska have plenty of opportunities to come back if they get an early lead on them. Like I think they just refuse to run the ball. Even if their stats are this bad against nobody, then that tells you a lot right there.
Yeah, that makes me feel better. It does. I mean, I just knowing how they apparently blew a 20-0 lead against Washington. I mean, that makes you feel like if you're down, maybe you can still come back and win. I guess my last thing that I'm anticipating, even though I was just very positive, I think that we're going to hit some adversity just because we're on the road a little bit, even though, like we said before, it's not a scary away environment, but we're going to be on the road and adversity.
Did they play at Washington? Like, did they visit a cross country trip?
They were at home.
They were at home. Okay.
Like, how will we respond to that? And so far, we've had some guys step up and make plays. Michigan State, and if you listen to the coaches' press conferences, like Dana, I love Dana. I love listening to him. He's great. He just like, I haven't been here the past 10 years, so I'm not even going to comment and talk about that stuff, but you could feel it on the sideline go, oh, here we go. And then we went out and made a play. So it was one of those things, though, like we don't usually respond to those situations in the past. And maybe this team is figuring out how to do that. And I think we're going to need to do that again. And it's going to be harder to do that. Maybe harder to do that on the road in an opposing environment. Now, some people might argue and say it's harder to do it at home because there's more pressure with your fan base going like Penn State. If Penn State comes out against Northwestern this week
and Northwestern scores the first touchdown,
7-0. Oh my God.
Yeah.
They're going to get
James Franklin might be fired right there.
Like, so maybe there is a little bit of element on the road that's easier. I don't know, but it is. It's the first road game and there's going to be adversity. I have a feeling. So how are we going to respond to it?
Is this really our first road game?
Unless you count Cincinnati.
Oh, yeah. We had the longest. I heard this. We had the longest stretch of days. It was like 43 or 46 days in a row at home. Right after the Cincinnati game.
Year. It would have been nice if we got that Michigan win. Man, what a great way to start the year.
Mm-hmm.
Stay home and get it figured out.
Go
for it, Dak.
Speaking of adversity, there's one more point I want to say in this game, and it'll be interesting to see. Maryland has their own adversity. They just blew a 20-point lead, like we said. Will they respond all pissed off and ready to hit somebody, or are they just going to fold? Like,
what our boring Maryland podcast buddy say?
he sounded like he's just ready to fold. Like, like he's done. he's completely done with the team. So if that's their mentality, then the Huskers are just going to roll them. But I think they've had a week of hell at practice after blowing that lead, and I think they're going to come out a little fired up to start out the game.
Yeah, but that could be one of those things where you come out fired up and then you get down. Like if you come out fired up and then you falter at the beginning, you kind of lose your step pretty quick. It's like, oh, what was all that for? Maybe.
I'm hoping this is a team that if we can get them down early, that we can step on them and keep them there and not have any life. I don't feel like Maryland can do that to us right now. I don't feel like if we get stomped on, we're going to go, oh, well, we lost this game. I don't think we're there. I think Maryland could get there. Like if we come out and play well, I think they know that they're the underdog by a touchdown in this game, probably like they were against Washington as well. So I'm hoping, and not saying that we're going to blow them out. I don't think that's going to happen, but I'm hoping that if we play well, we can kind of be in the back of their mind saying, no, all right, this Nebraska team, Nebraska's getting better. They are probably a little better than us. That's going to be tough because their pass defense is so good for us to crawl back and we can just win that way. We don't need to win by 20, just win the game. I don't care how that is, but I'm hoping that's the case.
So positive. Look at it, little.
I'm jacked up because I'm leaving at 4:30 tomorrow morning, and
you're going to the game. You're gonna see the little sights. You're gonna watch little Mike Eckler on the sideline.
And I just can't wait for Sunday to just tear my heart apart again.
You and me both.
Score predictions.
I've been chewing on this because all of our games have been pretty high. And like I said, I just don't know about the Terrapins. But I settled on 34, Nebraska, 31, Maryland. Taking Maryland to cover, high scoring game.
I kind of feel like it's going to be a closer game too. I 31-24 Nebraska. I think Maryland's actually pretty decent this year, and I do think that D-line is going to be a problem. I guess this kind of improvement game for Maryland too. See how good they are. But I think it's gonna be a battle for 4 quarters, and Nebraska pulls it out at the end.
27-14, Nebraska. Maryland gets down early. They can't get back in it.
Gonna make the quarterback quit again back-to-back weeks?
That's the goal. And remember, he is a true freshman. Even though people are saying he doesn't play like one, he's still a true freshman.
Yeah.
How'd that go for us last time?
Bryce Underwood.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I was trying to think, who were you talking about?
Yeah, I was like, I didn't know what you're talking about either.
We lost. He looked like a true freshman. We still lost. Better team, though. Michigan's better than Maryland. I can confidently say that. I don't know. I think Washington's a good team, and they got up 20-0 on Washington. They still lost, but I do think Washington's a good team.
I don't know where Washington's at either. Like, I feel like
I don't either.
I feel like could be as good as I don't know.
Now if Nebraska loses, we're all flying to Maryland. We're gonna pour beer on Hunter.
No, we're not letting him fly back. I'm not flying to Maryland. There's not going to fly back.
Yeah, suddenly there's no flights back from Maryland.
Yeah. Well, we'll transition here to Dak and his brother here to talk about everything, solving the world's problems.
With a little special guest.
With a little special guest intro. So as we're signing off here, enjoy your little intro as well. Go Big Red.
EBR.
Go Big Red and Boomer Sooner.
What's going on, guys? Famous rapper BMart402 here. Check me out on my SoundCloud, BMart402. I'm here to do an honorary song for the Freitag boys. This goes out to Connor and to whatever the other brother's name is. I hope you guys enjoy it. Boomer sooner, 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 boomer sooner. I was born a sooner, I'm sooner bred. When I die a sooner, I'll be sooner dead. Rocklahoma, Rocklahoma, Rocklahoma. Okay, you.
We got a very special guest today, my brother. We are going down to Texas, Oklahoma for the Red River Rivalry for his bachelor party. Welcome on.
Thank you. Great to be back.
All right, so let's jump to it.
Okay.
Female or male? What are you marrying?
What? Email?
Okay, good. All right. So Connor's also known for being probably the biggest Arch Manning fan on this planet.
No.
All right, dive into it. What?
If you want to start already with this is not going to go well. I told you from the start of the season that he was not going to be what everyone had him out to be. And you've admitted that 100
No,
times.
you're saying that now. You're saying that now.
No.
Yes.
I told you, why do you think he didn't ever play in the last 2 years when Quinn Ewers was either not doing well in the playoffs or even during the regular season when he was hurt? You could just tell that Quinn Ewers was hurt, and they would not put Arch in for any reason.
They didn't play him because Quinn Ewers was a 3 or 4 year starter. Even I don't know how long he played there. That's why he didn't play there. But then he comes in one game against who was it, San Jose State, something like that. And he runs for like 80 yards, and you and everybody else is like, oh, he's the best quarterback ever.
No, I never said that. You're putting words into my mouth. I told you coming into this year that he would not be what you guys thought. Well, what everyone else thought. Honestly, I didn't ever hear a Texas fan say that Arch was going to be this amazing player.
And how many Texas fans do you know?
A lot. A couple. Four.
Yeah.
But I listened to many podcasts actually for Texas this year. Now, Nebraska fans, on the other hand, no matter what happens in the offseason, they are going to say,
hold up. Go back about 5 seconds. You cut out there. What? Rewind about 5 seconds. What'd you say?
Oh, no, my internet's unstable. Can you hear me?
Yep, we're good. All right, keep going.
I said now, Nebraska fans, any offseason, they just think they're going to be just amazing every year.
Well, aren't they better than Texas?
No, they're not better than Texas. Not even close. They don't have one singular real football game this year. That's a hot take right now.
Not a real football game?
No.
So all these games they played have been fake?
I mean, Michigan, I'm telling you now, is not a team. Should not be in the top 25.
I would tell you right now, Michigan would blow the doors off of Texas.
And okay, no. There's only one thing that Texas is missing, and it's the quarterback. And if you want me to dive in on Arch, I guess let's just go for it.
Yeah, let it rip. Let's hear it.
So the problem I'm having with Arch is that he's doing okay when he has no pressure. Now, He looks a lot like whenever he gets pressure, if you get any sort of pressure on him, he loses all body mechanics. You can just tell, like, his upper body, lower body moving just goes out the window. And then he just throws a ball, overthrows it, throws it in the dirt every time. Our wide receivers, every time, he's throwing it to the right person, but they're always open.
Yeah, but he missed them by like 2 miles.
Yeah, I mean, that's what I'm saying. It's the quarterback's problem.
Yeah, that's what I've been saying. Like, he sucks.
But our defense, I mean, honestly, against Florida, like, credits to them. They came out and exploited our defense right in the first half, and then we settled in the second half. But I don't know. It might be a rough go this season. Not gonna lie.
So since you're talking on Nebraska, what was Florida's record going in that Texas game?
1-3.
Yeah,
But who did they play?
that doesn't matter.
Who did Nebraska play?
Cincinnati's good. Michigan's good. Michigan
If
State's
Cincy-
decent.
Like everyone says, the first game doesn't matter. I've heard from plenty of people say, "Oh, Ohio State wasn't ready because it's the first game of the season." Well, Cincinnati wasn't ready. If Cincinnati played Nebraska now, they would kick their ass.
Really?
Oh, 100%. Nebraska has not improved. They have gone downhill.
I'd
There's
explain.
no improvement.
You think that they are worse this year than last year?
And this is my hot take, that whatever his name, Raiola's, the offensive line coach, has got to go.
Okay, I mean that's not that hot take. The offensive line's bad, but hey, we're still talking about Texas here. So your only problem is the quarterback.
Yes. Our defense held Ohio State.
So did your
to 14
quarterback
points.
give up 29 points to Florida last week?
I told you in the first half, Florida came in with a game plan to exploit our defense. In the second half, I'm pretty sure Florida, if I remember right, only scored 1 touchdown. That might be wrong, but I'm pretty sure.
So do you think? I just think Steve Sarkisian might be one of the worst quarterback coaches in the nation. Quinn sucked. Arch sucks.
You know,
They haven't had a good quarterback since he's been there.
I'm going to stay humble here, and I'm going to say, yeah. I mean, I'm considering Steve's got to go.
You're completely cut. He's gone.
We have, okay, like I talked to somebody this week. We're like, and I hate the Dallas Cowboys. I hate them. But we are literally the Dallas Cowboys of college football.
Why'd you plan your bachelor party for Dallas then?
No, it's because it's Oklahoma and Texas there.
Uh-huh.
Shut up.
All right, keep going.
I mean, let's be honest. Texas has plenty of money. And we can't 7-5. If we go 7-5 this year, Steve's gone. I don't care how many more years. Like, we are giving the best players every year. Not giving. I mean, we recruit them with some money.
So if they have all that money, why don't they do what Texas Tech did and just buy their team?
I mean, our team's good. I'm telling you, our team's good, except for the quarterback. We bought our quarterback, and obviously, it's not a good choice there right now.
All right, well, bench him. Bring in. Who's the backup? Is he good?
I mean, you and Hunter both know that I texted you many times during games, and I said we need to bench him.
So you're ready. You're just ready.
Matthew Caldwell or something is the backup.
I'm pretty sure last week you texted in the Florida game like, I absolutely love Arch Manning. He is balling out right now. Like you guys need to stop talking shit on him. He's my guy.
No, not even close. I don't even answer a text from anyone during the Texas games.
Yeah, so
except for shout out to Jarrett Carsons. He did text me and he asked how it was going, and I said rough.
You guys been snapping or what?
No, he just randomly texted me.
Huh. That's kind of cute. All right, let's so what and I don't know, there's no way you believe this. Do you 100%, you've said this many times, you 100% believe that John Mateer is worse than Arch Manning?
100% believe it? We'll see this week.
I think he's gonna play, don't you think?
I think he wants to. Is it his throwing hand? I honestly don't know.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
I try not to pay attention to Oklahoma because I will give it to them. They're having a good year. But like we've talked about every year, one team could be having the worst year possible, and it's always going to be a toss-up. Except for the one year Texas beat them 49-0.
I must have missed that season. I don't know what happened. Yeah, you have fun because last year, what was last year's? 40.
You guys
30.
beat us. You guys were like one of our losses, one of our 2 losses.
Oh, last year was really?
Yeah.
No, last year was 35-3. Texas won.
That was last year?
Yes.
Oh. Why? Oh, yes. Because you guys
Michael
had
Hawkins played.
Jackson Arnold and Michael Hawk. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
So and this is what I've said about Venables the whole time at Oklahoma. He has the defense figured out, which is what Oklahoma needed big time. And they finally got the quarterback, and now look who they are. I think if Mateer's there, easily top 5 team. They could be one of the best. They could be the best team in the nation. I don't know. Ohio State's pretty freaking good, and Oregon's good. I don't know about that, but they need a solid quarterback, and they finally got it.
In Miami. Miami's, I'd say.
Yeah,
They're
I
a
forgot
solid
about
football
Miami.
team.
So they finally got the quarterback. And Venables still, you got to admit, Oklahoma's defense is pretty damn good this year too.
I mean, honestly, I've not watched games because I just hate that they're winning, but I've watched them on Gamecast and just seen that they're winning well.
Yeah, what are you gonna say? They haven't played anybody either, or they haven't played a real football game yet.
Who have they played? I mean, Michigan. We don't know what Michigan's like.
So you're giving them the Michigan game, but you're not giving Nebraska the Michigan game?
I'm not giving either of them Michigan. I said I don't know what Michigan's like. I don't think they're that good.
Auburn. They played Auburn.
Okay, Auburn was a very close game.
Texas just
Jackson
lost.
Arnold almost beat you guys.
Texas just lost. Yeah, but they also hurt John Mateer. There's some investigation needs to be done that because they purposely had bounties on. All right. Again, Texas just lost to a 1-3 Florida team that got their doors blown out by Miami the week before.
No, blown off. What was the score of that?
I don't know, like 29-6, something like that.
Okay, Miami's a solid football team. I'm not saying we are top 10 right now. I don't think we should have been in top 10.
Do you still think they should be ranked?
Yes.
Because
I'm telling you,
I'd argue
if we're having a bad first half, like Arch can't complete a pass, he throws an interception or two, he's done. Take him out.
for this game.
Yes, or for the rest of the season. If the backup does okay. I mean, if he's just completely terrible, then we're not winning another game.
I'd argue Texas just played their first real football game and they lost. That's the only team they played that's been good.
Okay, we played Ohio State, number 1 team in the nation.
Yeah, but you said before this, the first game of the season doesn't count.
Well, that's according to every Nebraska fan, every other fan.
All right, so you know what? Enough of this game. You've been holding this back. You've been talking all this shit on Nebraska all year. Let's just let it rip. What's your problem with Nebraska football and their fans?
First of all, do you think Nebraska's missing Tony White? I mean, he's looking pretty good at Florida State.
No.
You don't think so?
No, they have the number 1 pass defense in the nation.
Okay, but what kind of pass offense have they played? Obviously, Michigan's quarterback is not a good passer. He
I'll give
has
you
like
that.
100 yards a game.
Have you saw what Sorsby has done at Cincinnati since they played Nebraska?
Okay, first game of the season. We go back to that. First game of the season doesn't matter.
The rest of the podcast, we'll just cut the first game of the season. Doesn't matter. We'll
First,
stop talking
first
about
game
the
of the
first
season
games.
doesn't matter.
Okay, so the only real game Texas has played, they've lost. So there we go. All right.
All right. Now, I mean, what's Oklahoma played?
Well, if we cut the first game of the season, it was.
Is Auburn ranked anymore? Are they ranked or no?
If they are, it's in the 20s. I don't think so.
I don't think they're ranked.
No.
My question to you is how can you go from a top tier Oklahoma fan to now cheering on the Nebraska shitty Cornhuskers?
Well, you see, I was kind of a closet Husker fan the whole time. I just never admit it. Kind of like you're kind of closet something else, but we won't get into that. But I was a closet Husker fan the whole time, and finally, after this Dunes podcast for a couple of years, I started cheering for him, and everyone noticed it. And I was starting to watch him more and more because I didn't watch him as much when I was an Oklahoma fan, I guess. And I finally just had to admit it that I'm a Husker fan.
Yes, but
Me and you both have admitted we are Husker basketball fans.
I'll be a Husker basketball fan and obviously Husker volleyball fan. Shout out to Jaden's aunt,
What's her name?
Lindsay Wishmeyer.
There you go. All right, shout out.
But this is what I also wanted to say. I want to thank Dakota and Hunter for making me more of a Texas fan and hate Nebraska even more.
And why is that?
Let's just say every week when Nebraska doesn't have a real football game, I'm getting text upon text from Dakota and Hunter saying that Texas isn't a real football team.
Okay.
So I'm annoyed that every Nebraska fan thinks that they're a real football team this year. Do you think they should be in the top 25?
Yes.
Whatever.
I actually do, yeah.
Why?
They've only lost to Michigan. Look at since okay. We can't talk about first game. So look what after we're gonna talk about first game. Look what Cincinnati's been like since they played Nebraska. They've been
First
blowing
game?
the doors. Sorsby's throwing for like 300 plus yards every game since they played Nebraska. So that's a great quality win. Michigan, they hung with, probably should have won that game. And then I think Nebraska getting docked for those two really, really bad teams they played. And I don't know why they're getting docked so bad because everybody plays bad teams. I mean, those are probably two of the worst teams in the nation anybody's played. But
Oh, they are definitely.
you went to the Akron game. They're not good.
I do want to say one thing about Akron. That quarterback is dang good, and I'll stand by that.
Yeah, I still watched any of it, a second of that game. But all these other so you can't tell me that Texas has a resume right now than Nebraska.
The thing about Texas and Nebraska, we would kill Nebraska.
You think
right now.
so?
Nebraska, we have the athletes, we have way more strength. I mean, you look at Nebraska, they just look tiny. They don't. You look at those top 10 teams and you're like, wow, those are athletes. Those are men out there. Nebraska, I mean, I don't think they can beat a top 20 team.
Huh.
They
Well,
don't have the athleticism. They're too small. I mean, they need to get some dogs on the offensive line and defensive line. That's for sure. And they aren't going to win a game when they don't have that.
well, I agree with you, especially in the Big Ten, like the D line, O lines, where you need to get built because the Big Ten's that's what it's built on: running the ball and holding your defensive, offensive lines, um, holding the position. Like, okay, how am I trying to say this? The Big Ten is built on the run game, and your D line is how I feel like it is.
Yeah.
And so they need to.
Well, I mean, obviously, against somewhat decent, they've been exposed on the run game every game so far. I mean,
Well, yeah, I'm not saying their D line's great. No one has.
yeah. So the thing about it is, that's why I'm saying Texas would beat them. Texas' offensive line is so much bigger than their D line, and we're just going to run all over them.
Yeah, what happens when Nebraska throws 10 in the box and you got to have your favorite quarterback throw the ball?
Depends if you get to him. If you get pressure on him, he's probably not going to throw it well. But if you don't get any pressure on him, he's going to complete the passes.
And it also comes down to quarterback play. So you think Raiola can't outplay Arch Manning then?
You know, I had a Nebraska fan ask me this week if I'd rather want Dylan Raiola or Arch on the Texas team. And, you know, I told him straight up, I said, Dylan.
Wow.
But then this Michigan State game came on and happened. And they called me and they're like, you know, I dogged on you for saying Arch and all this is good and everything, but you know, I don't know if I'd take Dylan if I were you. I don't think every do you really think Dylan's gonna take them to a national championship?
No, I'm not saying that. No,
Well,
Connor, you got to think that Nebraska just made their first bowl game in 6 years. Like, we're not all saying they need to win a national title. Now, I'm saying 9 or less wins this year, then there's a problem behind him or behind
yeah,
Nebraska.
well, he acted like he's the man, the myth, the legend. He acted like he's Heisman right out the bat. He wanted to be the Arch Manning in the offseason. He wanted all the fame and everything, but he didn't get it. And now, is he proving it? I don't think so.
I don't.
Like you guys said in the podcast this week, if he gets a minor touch, he's going down. He makes a
Yeah,
stupid
his pocket
interception
awareness.
once a game.
His pocket awareness and knowing when to run and stuff is not great right now. Like that's his only problem. He is a hell of a passer.
Well, that's what you guys said last year. I mean, you guys said the same exact thing last year. Nothing with Nebraska football to me is improving.
They haven't improved at all.
They haven't been made great leaps. They aren't playing teams that we can tell. That's the problem.
So is this week? Will you give Nebraska credit if they win?
Against Maryland?
Yeah.
I did hear that they're second in sacks or something.
Yeah, Maryland is. Yep.
I
think they have like 19 or something like that.
I don't know what Maryland's record is. I haven't looked at anything they've done. They're usually an okay team though, but no, I'm not giving them credit.
They're 4-1 and their one loss against Washington when they were up 20-0 last week.
They were up 20-0 and they came back. Washington came back and lost.
Yep.
Win, I mean.
So this is one of the better Maryland teams in a while.
Yeah.
Or is this another fake football game? Is this a real football game or a fake football game this week?
I don't even know if you have a real football game for the rest of the year. Penn State just lost to UCLA.
Okay.
And
Minnesota?
you can't say Texas doesn't have a real football game because you'd be dogging on Oklahoma and Texas A&M and Georgia.
Well, Texas also dodges every hard SEC team possible. It'd be nice to play Vandy, Kentucky every season.
What? You think Oklahoma's in the top 5? We aren't dodging them. We ain't dodging Texas A&M.
Can't dodge Oklahoma.
They're in the top 10.
You also can't dodge Georgia. Them. You play them every year.
We ain't dodging Georgia. They're 5.
Okay, one hard team. Try
You're
Texas.
Not saying Oklahoma's not
Missouri,
hard? Vandy,
Auburn.
What about Vandy?
Vandy's got the doors blown off.
Yeah, I knew you were going to say that, but that's just a revenge game. That's in Tuscaloosa. Alabama, I don't know what kicked in, but they are looking good now.
Yeah, that is surprising actually.
I mean, they started off bad, and now they're playing well. That's a team.
Well, I think they got embarrassed that first game, and now they're like, all right, let's actually take this shit serious now, and they are. Yeah, they're looking scary. And Oklahoma goes to Tuscaloosa this year. That will be awful.
I still think that Vandy is a good team. And I told everyone that coming into the season.
All right. Well, there's one more thing.
We don't have Kentucky. We have Kentucky, Mississippi State, and that's our last easy games. I bet you guys have more easy games. Nebraska sure does. They don't even play another top 25 team.
Oklahoma?
No, Nebraska.
Oh, Nebraska. No one's ranked right now.
Is USC ranked or did they go out?
No, they're out. I think they might have got ranked this week. I'm not 100% sure, but yeah, I don't think there's any.
One question then. If they win out, do they deserve playoff contention?
Yes. I don't care if you're 11-1.
Okay, wait. If they win out and every team stays unranked and they only win most of these games by one score, like they are.
Yes. You're 11-1 the Big Ten.
Yeah, but the Big Ten, I think they're at an all-time low,
Wow.
except for Oregon and Ohio State. Like they're always good.
So no other Big Ten teams are real football teams.
I mean, you tell me who.
I think Michigan's pretty good.
No, Bryce Underwood's not good. He can't pass the ball.
Yeah, but he can run like a freaking cheetah.
Yeah. I mean, so can Arch.
Okay, why doesn't he do it then?
Because he plays real defense against real defenses.
Yeah, I forgot all the other teams are fake. All right, so let's have you. There's one more thing I want you to go off on, and then we'll get your score prediction. I'm going to have you do 2 score predictions because
Okay.
there's a little wrinkle in the Oklahoma game. Mahomes, Raiola.
Oh gosh.
You've been telling me all week you want to go off about it, so let it rip. What do you want to say about it?
So I got one problem. You guys all say like, "Oh, why are you guys being mean to him? Why are you doing this?" You guys came in when he came to college in the last year. You guys always said, "Oh, he's just like Mahomes. He's going to be so good. He's just like Mahomes." And now you're hating everyone that's saying he acts too much like Mahomes. Like
I don't think I've said that.
that's what I've heard that from many social or not many sports shows, podcasts, and multiple Nebraska fans.
Yeah. Okay. Keep going. Or are you done?
I mean, I don't have too much more to say. I just don't know why they are mad because
Do you think it's really weird?
oh,
The
it's
whole
100% weird. Like,
Yeah,
why
no,
are you doing it?
I've said it's a little weird too. There's some people that we know are saying like he's not trying to be like Mahomes. I don't know how you can say he's not. Literally everything he does, like pregame, is even throwing motion sometimes, like his headband, his number. He's trying to be like Mahomes, which I guess that's your
Well,
childhood idol. Like, why would you not? Why'd you not trying to mimic your game over him?
okay, he can mimic his game, but the pocket presence is not the same. And then he tries to throw it like him, but like I'm tired of him not stepping into a throw or not. He's a
Yeah.
freaking college quarterback that hasn't proved himself. Step into a throw, quit trying to be cocky out there, and play a game of football.
Huh. All right. So throw for your life. Here we go. Arch Manning, Dylan Raiola, or John Mateer?
Throw for my life. Like what are they throwing to or what are they doing?
They missed the throw, you're dead.
They miss a throw.
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna have to say, and this makes me want to throw up, but probably post surgery or before surgery.
Obviously fully healthy. We're not saying broken hand.
Well, I mean, I don't know what he's gonna be like this week if he comes back. He's still probably
Yeah,
injured.
yeah, and I'm sure Texas is going for that hand because they are some dirty. I'm not going to say it.
Oh, now here we go. Their excuses already started. Here we go.
I don't think it matters if he plays or not. I think Hawkins will still beat the doors off Texas.
You think so? How'd that go last year?
Yes, it's totally different this year.
Is it?
Yeah, our defense is about the same as last year. I
Well, you
think.
lost by 30. What? 31? No, 32.
Well, I thought according to you they won last year.
It's hard to remember. I mean, I think we've won 5 years.
No, I really do think if Hawkins looks better. I know they played Kent State last week. He looked a lot better throwing the ball. Now last year he might have been bottom 10 quarterback of throwing in the nation. Like,
He can run the ball somewhat.
yeah, he can run a lot. All we
Is he
need,
still a toothpick out there, or what? Did he gain
yeah,
some weight?
it looks like he's put on a little bit of muscle, but you got to think all you need on Arch Manning this year is maybe 3 points. Like he's that bad.
I can't disagree.
I could 100% see Arch Manning getting benched this game. Like I could.
Oh, if we come out and throws an interception first quarter and can't complete a pass, he's done first quarter.
Yeah.
He has to be,
Yeah.
otherwise Steve's gone.
But yeah, I think he's pretty much out the door already.
I don't know what's honestly left on his contract or anything, but like the Penn State coach has like 8 years left, but are they going to pay him out? I don't know.
You almost have to by this. I don't know either. I would
But then
fire
it's like,
James Franklin. I don't know
but
about
if you do that, like you're just like Nebraska. They were going 9-3 with Bo Pelini. They fire James Franklin, they could be going not making
and
a bowl game
also
for the next 8 years.
I was saying Steve Sarkisian sucks. I really don't think he's that good of a coach. But look what Texas had before him. Like they were dead toilet bowl with Nebraska for about 5 years.
We were. But these last 2 years, I don't know. Steve just has been making some crazy calls, like against Ohio State. I'm telling you, I know first game doesn't count, but we would have won that game if we didn't go for it on fourth down freaking 4 times or whatever and leave it short, and then they start on the 50-yard line or 40
Okay,
yard.
you want to talk about act like they're all hot shit and stuff like Raiola. What
Who?
was Arch doing on that 4th and 6? Trying to he had a wide open guy and he tries to go sidearm it. What's he doing?
In what game? I don't know. I guess.
Ohio State.
I guess I don't remember that.
One of the last play of the game to end it.
Oh, yeah. He's just when he's pressured, all body mechanics go. I'm saying that now. And the bad thing is in high school, and I don't mean this any rude towards any Class C football, but he played Class C football.
Well, yep, there went everybody that listens to us in Fairbury.
I mean, you have Fairbury play against Millard South, and you see how that goes. They just have more people to choose from. It's just a given.
And this was the guy that you were saying at the beginning of the year is going to win the Heisman?
I didn't say it, not once.
All right. So let's get your score prediction. There's 2 of them I want here. If Hawkins is the quarterback, what's your score prediction?
If Hawkins is the quarterback, obviously we aren't going to score much, but I think we're going to hold you guys to only like 7. So I'm going to say we're going to score 21-7.
Texas wins 21-7?
Yep.
Okay, now Mateer's the quarterback.
That could be more of a shootout. 21-28 Texas.
Okay. I have, if Hawkins plays, I have Oklahoma 31-14. If John Mateer plays, I have Oklahoma 45-0.
45-0.
Yes, yeah, like they are going to just blow the
What
door.
makes a difference between him playing and us scoring 14, you know?
Hawkins throws a pick 6 every now and then. John Mateer is going to throw 6 touchdowns, not a pick 6.
So you think our defense is going to score 2 times? No.
Yeah, I think Arch Manning's that bad that he will not score once.
But what happens if our backup comes in? He came in the fourth quarter against Florida, threw 1 pass, didn't even warm up or anything for 26 yards. Then they pulled him again. I don't know what was happening, but
what's Florida's record again?
Well, 2-3.
Yep. Okay. I just need to make that clear. All right. Well, let's have fun. The bachelor party.
Yep. Wish us luck.
Yep.
Hopefully we don't kill each other.
Go Big Red, Boomer Sooner.
Hook 'em.
So we're going to this game. Let's put a freaking bet down on this game.
Yeah.
What kind of money, whatever you'll put down on it, I'll do whatever in Oklahoma. And I'm not going to change if it's Mateer or my Clockins. I will do whatever.
Money, or do we want to do a different thing?
I said I'll do whatever.
Well, I don't know. What do you guys usually do?
You make up the bet. Let's do it, or we just do money.
I'm
giving you a minute.
Let's do shots of tequila after the game.
Okay, I'll do that. How about this?
Okay.
the loser has to drink whatever the winner buys them. 5 drinks after the game.
5.
5 drinks. Has to drink whatever the winner buys them. Has to finish all 5. It could be shots. It could be liquor. It could be anything.
Deal.
All right, deal. Gilbert Red Boomer.
Hunter. Hook 'em.
It's 2:30 in College Park, Terps bring the noise. Black shirts ready, no room for poise. Rayola in the pocket, handles rushing heat. Old lines testing Maryland's front is elite. Stuart Mathis crash, the edge is fast. Malik Washington's routes hit you like a blast. Nebraska's counters pull schemes, quick passes. If the line holds firm, they'll crack their masses. Can the corn Huskers protect Rayola's dome? If sacks pile up, dreams will roam. Special teams matter, block returns, field goals tight. Rules hoping kickers and punt units fight. Say if you feel the pride when Big Red rise tonight. We stand tall, we rise above. Maryland knock, we bring the shove.